Oops, all abilities. It's a legendary enchantment creature shapeshifter, Wooburg. And it has Death Touch, Defender, Double Strike, First Strike, Flash, Flying, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Intimidate, Landwalk, Lifelink, Protection from Everything, Reach, Shroud, Trample, Vigilance, Banding, Rampage 1, Flanking, Phasing, Shadow, Horsemanship, Fear, Provoke, Storm, Affinity for permanents, Sunburst, Convoke, Dredge 1, Bloodthirst 1, Haunt, Split Second, Absorb 1, Delve, Poisonous 1, Changing, Hideaway 1, Persist, Wither, Devour 1, Exalted Cascade, Annihilator 1, Infect, Battlecry, Undying, Soulbound, Unleashed, Evolved, Dethrone, Prowess, Exploit, Menace, Devoid, Ingest, Myriad, Skulk, Melee, Partner, Improvise, Ascend, Mentor, Riot, Daybound, Nightbound, Decayed, Training, Enlist, Ravenous, Toxic 1, and Bargain.
Are you guys talking about that magic shit?
Welcome back, you guys, to the Hard Part Podcast, where the hardest part is trying to figure out what costume you want to wear.
Yeah, costumes are really important. You want to make sure that the appropriate costume is had. You don't want to go too slutty, for like a shindig down the street with the kiddos.
Yep, you also don't want to accidentally walk in as a bank robber, and then now your partner's also a bank robber. Now you're like, which one of us is robbing?
Not to kick too far back into the lexicon of everyone's memories, but do you remember at the beginning of COVID when within just 2 weeks it went from you could not walk into a bank with a mask on, you would get shot or tackled or something, to you walk in there and every other person looks like they're robbing the bank?
Yeah, it would be. That was such an easy time for people to do it, and then nobody did.
Nobody did it. They were like, well, we're all the same now. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm going to go pay my bills instead of.
Yeah, everybody just got completely okay
Actually,
with it. I
I wonder if that prevented people, because people that put on a mask to go into the bank to rob it, they walk in and they're like, "Is this already are we already being robbed?" I think Steve, you picked the wrong damn bank. We got to go back to the drawing board.
Yep. Yeah, now it's just there, but. Fun-filled episode this week. We had a really long episode last week. If you have not seen that yet, I definitely suggest you go and take a look at it. We did a roundup of Atlanta Magic Con. We thanked...
Or rather, a listen. Oh, by the time this comes out, it'll be a look.
That's why I said a look.
Gotcha. Yeah, go check out our stuff on YouTube, guys.
Holy crap.
It's going to be a long episode.
It's going to be a long episode. But yeah, so we talked about a lot of really important stuff from last week. Gave a lot of shout-outs to a lot of really cool creators, a lot of really important people that we met. We also talked about our giveaway. So we're doing our really big giveaway of all the MagicCon Atlanta stuff. If you have not seen it, here is the graphic I'll put back onto here.
Careful, Sean. People don't like the graphic.
I know, right?
Let us know. If you guys are out there, except for Joe. We know Joe likes the giveaways.
Yeah, because Joe just gets them because people don't listen.
But yeah, we've been met with some pretty serious resistance to just giving away free Magic cards. I'm really kind of surprised. We're doing some promotions alongside of it, but we've lowered the bar completely. There's no entry fee now.
Yeah, it used to be an entry fee, and then we're like, hey guys, now it's completely free, and people are like,
I'm going to go through the process as somebody who would be going through it newly, and I'm going to see just how easy it is. Because I could see, if there is, I suppose I forget with Patreon if you have to put in, a credit card or something like that to get started up. Because that is an entry barrier for me. Even if I don't have to pay anything, giving somebody my information is usually enough for me to be like...
I don't remember, actually, because I feel like it doesn't. I think if the channel requests for you to put an address, it'll have you put an address. And where we're doing giveaways, I think ours does, just because it's pretty important.
Right.
But I could remove that step and then just private message them.
Yeah, we could always follow
hey,
it up.
We're gonna,
Bottom
send
line
this out.
is, we thought we were having fun and getting everyone involved in giving out free cards, but apparently. Maybe we should just keep giving them to Joe and show everyone.
Yeah. Do you want us to just overcharge you for your cards, which apparently you're fine paying for, or do you want to win stuff for free.
Well, people don't like to overpay for cards because, like, we've already seen that in our business model.
But
over
there's
on
still
Manipool.
there's people are still
People
buying
buy
it.
People buy like really nice, well-priced cards over there all the time,
Yep.
and it's lucrative at the very least. I mean, heck yeah.
It is.
I mean, turn Magic cards into cash.
Magic cards into cash, and you can do that directly on Manipool.com, which is our sponsor for the show. So thank you guys over at Manipool for
Thanks,
sponsoring
Manipool.
us. Thanks for letting us do our journey.
Tom, Andrew, the crew.
The crew, all of you. If you guys want singles, easier to find anywhere else for Magic cards, Magic card singles, please go to Manipool.com.
Why would you be buying anything other than Magic card singles?
True.
Sean?
That is true. This isn't no Tinder Gold. This is Magic.
Tender. Oh, is that like a higher form of tender?
Yeah, it's you pay 99 cents like a week, and it allows you to get seen more by people, and then it gets you super likes, so you can let somebody know who has like 8 million likes that you super like
really
them.
like
That
them.
you really like them.
Wow.
And then
Monetizing the.
yeah, and then sometimes you send 2 super likes to somebody, and they ignore the first one, and then years later they answer your next one.
Oh, I see that. That's so funny.
And if you do end up
Subject relevant.
yeah, so subject relevance. And if you end up becoming a seller on Manipool, which is also literally a click of a button.
Yeah, it's super awesome.
You go
Super
right
easy.
right through the menu. Just say you want to be a seller. Say that you're gonna keep counterfeits off the market, and then you can sell.
We accidentally set up our store.
We
Like
did.
we were just testing out the features and this and that and the other thing. We're like, okay, cool, this looks cool, and then we'll upload some cards, and that looks cool, and then like, oh, maybe we'll put it on the store, and then we'll buy a card from ourselves to like check out how the system works. And before you knew it,
Yeah.
we had a dozen orders in.
We had like a dozen orders
Like-
like that same night. We're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Super easy as long as you are, pricing it where you want to, because you can
Yeah.
also price it how you want. You can either do it by market low, you can do it by percent low, you can do it by a penny under people if you want, or you can just set your price
Yeah,
and
you can
say,
just
I'm
set
not
your own
moving it.
price. Yeah, like
Yep.
boom, this is how much I'm porting with this card. I'm not really looking to sell it, but it's on the market.
Yep.
So if somebody's willing to pay top dollar for it, you can put whatever you want to on there.
Yeah, exactly. And if you guys want to ship out those things safely, you can use our other partner, Shipping Shield. Shipping Shield, you can get 5% off your next 5 orders with Hard Part Podcast 5 to get 5% off your order.
Yeah. No giveaways there. Just great deals.
Great deals. Fantastic deals.
I think I was telling you that I'm going to start working on some more pirate videos. Do up a couple of let's see if I can get some fun Manipool.
That would be. Do you know what I think everybody thinks about that? Yeah, I found. Hey, everybody.
Hey, it's not as well.
I found the soundboard.
It doesn't work. It doesn't pull as much traction as Sean's mom does. Did you know what that one was, or did you just guess?
I just guessed.
That's awesome. As everyone knows, Sean's mom is very popular on the internet. She's super cool. Was that an intro?
Yeah, I don't know how they get in between.
Segues.
I don't
Hey, we
know.
should get our things and plug them into there. We could do that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
That's literally the whole point.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Wow, that's a different video. Somebody just got 2 super likes.
So this week on the Hard Part Podcast, we are going to be talking about critters.
Right,
apparently.
I've made a little fun budget deck. You know how we were talking earlier about making just like the shell of a deck and leaving the land base out and so forth?
yeah.
That's basically what this is. It's a nice budget deck. The whole thing runs in under $18 or $19.
Holy crap.
Yeah, no. If you go through Manipool to do it up, it's comes in well under $20. And then it really, you just have to throw in the lands at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And in the detail, in the description, it talks about doing like there's very little blue in it, so you can really run like a 2-to-1 ratio on islands or on swamps to islands,
Okay.
and it'll work fine. You don't need anything fancy in there to run this. But it was inspired by the Critters movie or franchise,
Gotcha.
rather.
Okay.
Which I don't know if you've seen any of those yet.
They look creepy, so probably not.
So you're familiar with Billy Zane, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Billy Zane's in the first one.
Okay.
Leo DiCaprio is actually in the third one, third or fourth one. I'll have to look.
They made 4 of these.
So they made like 4 or 5 of them, and then after that, it died out for like. It was 86 when it started, and then just in like 2016, 2017, they started a show. And if you thought it was off the chain from the movies, wait till you see the show. It's just really, like, I don't recommend spending the time to watch the show, but we'll watch like a Cliff Notes on it or something.
God,
like it's
dude.
It goes from just, like this fun little like monster alien movie to just like absolute like obscenity.
Love that.
But more importantly, I think that you'll notice that the centerpiece there is, I believe, what inspired one of your favorite cards. I could be wrong.
Mirror Battlesphere?
I believe so. The first time that I saw Mirror Battlesphere, the immediate thing that I said was,
Critter Battlesphere?
somebody's been watching Critters and was inspired to draw this. So we'll have to like suss out the story on the creation of that at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a lot of fun. We use rats instead of critters, and there's lots of exiling and eat stuff and whatnot. So
you and then the keyword, it looks like, kind of connects to that potentially. Is that no? It's just there.
Nope, it was just
Halloween themed.
Yeah, disguise is. What
As we said, a lot of our decks this month are going to be Halloween based. I'm going to build next week's if that's okay, because I've got kind of an idea.
Yeah.
I want to do like a headless horseman type deal.
Oh, that's a great one.
I think I might be able to build like a horsemanship deck, which will be really stupid. We are going to be talking about. I like doing this every time. You just send me the link, and I have to kind of piece together what was in your brain.
I love how you also don't really look at it until we get in here. Like I can tell that you've like, oh, look at that. Yeah, okay, I got it. And then we get in here, and you're like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. We're going to be talking about Jaws, the Secret Lair Jaws.
Right.
Probably about the thing that you don't like about it, which is probably the thing I don't like about it.
Yeah. I figured we'll touch on that.
Creating epic trading cards. This looks like proxy service of some sort.
Yeah, we've been talking back and forth with an individual who I got a proxy from a little while back, and this is just a pet project that they've been working on, and I keep looking for a place to slot it in where we can talk about it. And finally, I was just like, you know what? It's up and running. I'm at least going to get it out there in front of people so that they can, use it, not use it, what have you. It's a really cool service.
And then we're also going to talk about something that I found on Facebook from another creator out there who, just like us, was leaving business cards out, and everybody at MagicCon was leaving tokens and things like that.
Yeah.
And then some Karen got really upset about it and basically called it inappropriate. But have you seen the art of Magic the Gathering early on?
Sean, we don't need to go name calling, okay?
What's her name?
Karen? Karen's never used, and I know people who are named Karen who will, go by other things now because of the connotations.
Fine. We'll call them
a wet towel.
Wet towel.
Yeah, you got a wet towel in here being upset about something that nobody should be upset about.
So we'll just move right on in. Let's see, updates. Let's do the Jaws thing.
Because the
Jaws thing, because that is that's a pretty big update, because we got a lot of Secret Lair announcements within the last week.
Indeed, we have.
Which we touched upon last week, but we didn't fully go into all of the Secret Lair things they did. So we'll talk about the Secret Lairs, because I actually have all of them queued up in my brain, because there's a couple of things that I want to build. One commander I want to build from them already, and then. The Jaws one actually seems pretty interesting.
Yeah, 100%. I like the words on the card.
Yes.
And we're gonna review the card first, and then we'll tie into my big problem with it.
Yes.
So we've got it's a 5/5 for 3 and 2 red for a legendary creature shark, has trample and haste. On flavor, makes sense.
100%.
Whenever Jaws deals combat damage to a player, create that many blood tokens. Full of flavor.
So
just a
good.
mouthful of flavor.
I get it. Yes.
And then whenever a non-creature artifact is sacrificed or destroyed, Jaws deals 1 damage to each opponent.
You like that, That almost reminds me of Deep Blue Sea instead of Jaws, where
Okay.
the giant like super
The
sharks.
Megalodon.
Yeah, attacks
no.
the.
Deep Blue Sea was
It was the one where they had the sharks that were a little bit stronger. They were like,
Mako.
they were eating through all of the things.
So
That's what I remember from Shark Territory as a kid was Deep Blue Sea. I never really got into the Jaws
Deep
side
Blue
of it.
Sea. You know what I learned from Deep Blue Sea? That LL Cool J has some type
Yes,
of contract
he does.
where he cannot die in a movie.
Yep.
Like there
Yeah.
are like 3 times in that
He
movie
should
where
have
he
died.
definitely should have died.
Yeah, yeah, and,
And,
then
he's just like, oh no, I'm gonna like Daniel fighting a lion. I'm gonna kill a shark with
yeah, he literally
gasoline,
punches
like
the
or with
shark.
gas.
Yeah, but no, it's that is really full of flavor. I like the fact that
Yeah.
it says you destroy a non-token artifact, which is basically a boat.
That and if you can get it out there, I mean, I feel like
What's he cost again?
3 and 2 red.
That's not terrible.
No, it's very reasonable.
I really do like.
But
the-
it does shut down any type of infinite, like treasure token situation.
Mountain shark.
That was a movie.
I know.
I was like, you know what? So that's my big problem with it is that there's no blue. I don't mind that it's red. That makes sense.
There it is.
But how do we have a mountain shark? Like, and how is it Jaws? Like that was off of the coast. I think it was shot off the coast of like, New York and whatnot. Like
Yep.
up there near what is it, Hamilton Beach?
I think so. I
Is-
think it was Hamilton Beach.
But anyways, yeah. I mean, there's not a mountain within.
no.
Now, mind you, I understand the Appalachians are mountains. Okay, there's one that looks back over there, and sometimes when the day is
We
clear
can
and
kinda
you
see
go
it.
stand on top of the tallest building downtown, you can kind of see
Yeah.
it.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I don't like the fact that this entire secret layer of Jaws is mountains. Not a single island.
Not to mention, and again, I totally get the flavor of the blood tokens, but when you make it mono red, if you're going to make this any kind of like serious like competitive deck, it's gonna be it's not gonna be sharks. It's gonna be shark at the helm with a bunch of vampires that create blood tokens and do
Yes.
things with blood tokens.
Yeah, because vampires are the sharks of the land.
Unless you talk to this movie, Mountain Shark.
Mountain shark.
Yeah, that's a so.
Does it
it's
like
one of
swim
the-
through the mountain?
I listened to a review on it. I was gonna watch it last night, but as you know, I fucking fell asleep, so I totally forgot to like. I was gonna watch Critters again and that just to have some good movies under my belt. But yeah, no, Mountain Shark is definitely like some sharks that like swim through the ground. I believe it's a Bollywood
It's
film.
like Tremors.
yeah, it's like
almost.
Tremors but with sharks. It's
Dude,
Bollywood has some banger movies coming out.
those would be
like,
the strongest skinned sharks
oh
ever.
yeah,
Like the fact that it would its fin would stick up through the ground and it would just be dragging the dude. That'd be terrifying.
would be so
actually.
terrifying.
But no, I agree with you. They should the blood tokens. Perfect flavor.
Yeah, perfect
really,
flavor on the
really
blood,
cool.
blood tokens. Would it have been? And I can kind of get, 3 and 2 red. You want to
Giving-
make it a mono red card, but then throw us a blue pip in the box
Yeah,
so that we
because-
can commander this appropriately. Like
Yeah, because I feel like
I play 5 mountains and a shark.
you would have like Island Walk. You know,
So a shark.
it's a
Like-
shark. It would have Island Walk.
That being said, there were some really great cards that were printed alongside of it, especially the one that didn't have very many reprints. I forget which one that one was, but it was like the first reprint of that card. And it's fun. I really like. I like the idea of doing a bunch of like old school Universal stuff. There's been a lot of I'm going to segue just a little bit here. There's been a lot of like controversy about Universes Beyond and so forth. And don't get me wrong, I understand people being marginalized and feeling like they're not heard because they don't want this or that or the other thing in standard or so forth. But the truth of the matter is, and we've seen this firsthand, standard isn't really doing super hot anyways. It hasn't been
No.
for a while. Okay? So I feel like in franchise Magic players, even the ones that are going to the events and so forth, especially the ones going to the events, you should see this firsthand. Magic players aren't going to standard events anymore.
Nope. No. We learned that just trying to because I was like, oh, maybe I might want to get back into standard again. And even Pro Tour doesn't do standard. They do limited. It's
modern.
like the one that was at MagicCon was limited.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what's that, EOE?
It was EOE.
Yeah.
Just EOE, yeah.
So, I mean, again, I get that people
It's like
are
Spider-Man
upset
is going to be
about
the
it,
Marvel trophy one.
but, get people to go play Standard then. Get Magic players to go play Standard. Because otherwise, Wizards is going to do what they can to fish outside of the pond and get some new players in. Maybe some people that would play Standard, you know? And especially with looking in at doing more and more in the limited scene, you know, I know several people that would go and compete in a Magic the Gathering event that was Spider-Man specific.
Yep.
And they would never go play another game again in their life.
Yep.
And I think probably is the same true for Avatar. I know that Final Fantasy, there's a bunch of players that we got in that will probably never play Magic again in their life.
Avatar Limited will probably be really good. Spider-Man Limited, from what I've seen online, is pretty lackluster. Like, there are shops that aren't even getting enough signups.
Oh, really? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's a hit to the belt.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody at the convention on Sunday who said that they were having, like, even for their pre-release weekend, had a hard time getting enough people to launch.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not a...
And there's gonna be some misses like that along the way.
I think Lorwyn Limited's gonna be really strong.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
Lorwyn
again,
Limited's
gonna
gonna
be a lot of people
dude,
back for that.
Yeah, I mean that is an exciting set.
Mm-hmm.
But more Secret Lair stuff that we're getting. So we mentioned the Furby one
Right.
last time, which first of all, people are significantly less mad about a Furby Secret Lair than Spider-Man.
I think that was so funny. Like, the more I look at that hindsight, I know that at some point when I was younger, there was a discussion had amongst the Magic players where it was like, oh, what if, and this is before Universes Beyond or anything, it was like, oh, well, the first sign of the apocalypse is when they do a Teletubbies card game. And I feel like a Furby Magic the Gathering Secret Lair is very much adjacent to just a straight-up Teletubbies card game.
Yeah, it's almost like people are more likely to be mad at something that makes more sense than something that doesn't.
Yeah, like if
Furby,
it's absolutely
Furbies
obscene,
is
they're like,
so obscene that people are like, that's funny.
yeah.
And then we
care.
did Spider-Man, and people are like, this is hot shit, this is garbage, why are we doing this Universes Beyond? And it leads more into the whole people are okay if things are weird and crazy in a Secret Lair,
Right.
rather than if you make them into an actual set.
And I think that is a thing, again, like, we're looking at the standard thing, and Spider-Man, to its credit, discredit, I don't know how you want to look at it, it was rushed. It did not have like the standard makeup of the development of a set. I believe we heard somewhere that all of the commons were not part of the initial set.
No.
So when you're going through, well, first off, commons are the draft environment. So it would be really interesting, I feel like, or an interesting like design conundrum to go through and design a bunch of commons for a limited event or limited set that is going to essentially like just be wrapped around the uncommons and rares and so forth. Like,
well, it's like a lot of people were talking about remember that 4 cost green creature I added that exiles target artifact?
Yeah.
That just like deletes the soulstone.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a common creature.
Yeah.
Who would win? An extraterrestrial soulstone that has the power of galaxies, or some construction worker from New York?
So that's I mean, when it comes down to it, that I've said that at the beginning, is this is what happens when we get Universes Beyond. It's not that your IP is coming to us; it's that our IP is getting a hold of yours.
Yep.
So we can now have so and so exiling a soulstone just because they're
but they're from the same set though.
Yeah.
Which is, it's like, why is the New York construction worker like strong enough to get rid of this?
Why is the New York construction worker strong enough to get rid of a Blightsteel Colossus?
That's true.
Like,
that's really funny. He's like, no, you can't do that.
So
you need to go over there, please.
This area is restricted. You're going to have to go downtown and get a permit for your entire being. Until you can do that, I'm sorry, you're not allowed within the city limits.
Yeah, and if you break that, we're going to have you arrested.
Your footprint, the literal footprint that you have is too large. You've got to go.
Another Universes Beyond thing they released, not Universes Beyond, Secret Lair they announced was a PlayStation Secret Lair.
Right.
So we are getting God of War, we are getting Horizon Zero Dawn, Ghost of Tsushima, and we are also getting The Last of Us.
Who owns? Is it Sony that owns?
Sony. It's all Sony.
No, I know.
Sony
I'm just
also
saying,
owns, Spider-Man.
yeah, but they also, Sony's the reason why we don't. At least I believe Sony's the reason why we don't have Arena Spider-Man.
Yes.
But didn't we already do stuff with Sony with Assassin's Creed, or is that a different IP that?
Different IP.
So like Ubisoft or something.
It's Ubisoft.
Okay.
That's Ubisoft, and then, but yeah. So
clever name there, Ubisoft people. I see you. I'm clever.
Terrible company.
No, I just mean like the name.
Oh.
But think about it. Say it a few times in your head.
I guess.
Yep.
So, out of all of them, we are getting some really interestingly fun cards. For example, Kratos from God of War is kind of an insane red card.
So, from what I hear, Kratos is kind of an insane character. I've never played the franchise, but from what I hear, from the cutscenes alone, it sounds like he's quite the old Thor version of.
So he is the God Killer. He's
Okay.
the God of War, basically.
Yeah.
But he is 3 red, legendary creature God Warrior with double strike. All creatures have haste. At the beginning of each player's end step, Kratos deals damage to that player equal to the number of creatures that player controls that didn't attack this turn.
Okay.
So it forces everybody to attack every turn.
All right.
And then the rest of his stuff is good. It gave us some reprints of World at War, Rite of Flame, Sulfuric Vortex, Pyrophenia. We also got the God of War with Atreus, which is his son, the one who he calls Boy.
Boy.
Uncharted. We're also getting Uncharted. It's okay.
Again, I hear good things. I didn't love the video game of what I've seen of it, and I didn't think that there was a need to make a movie out of something that was that cinematic in a video game sense. Again, this is the type of thing that I feel like with Universes Beyond, this is kind of the embodiment that people need to get is, that doesn't interest me at all. Okay.
We're
Cool.
getting...
That's for somebody else. Somebody likes it.
In The Last of Us, we're getting Ellie and Joel, is what we've been announced so far. If you haven't played Last of Us, great series. We are getting one of my favorites, which I'm going to probably build, is Aloy, Saver of Meridian, which is from Horizon Zero Dawn, which is based...
Never even heard of that.
Really?
Yeah.
So Horizon Zero Dawn is based in a post-apocalyptic world where
it's a good place to...
there is machines that are basically... They're like fully machines. They're like robot dinosaurs that you are using primitive technology like normal bows and arrows but made out of like the husks of these metal dinosaurs. In going through the story, spoiler alert, really big spoiler alert.
Oh no! Watch out.
Essentially, as you go through the gameplay, you learn that your civilization is the cause of this. You created these monsters and these beings to basically try to help enhance life, but it destroyed it instead. So you're basically the decimator of the world. Your mother is.
Oh, okay.
So her card is really flavorful because she's in Simic. She's a legendary creature, human warrior, with vigilance and reach, which is great. Reach because bow and arrow, awesome, great, love that. In you, all things are possible, which is whenever one or more artifact creatures you control attack, discover X, where X is the greatest power among them. And I like that because the whole point of it is you start to learn how to like ride these beasts and like these big mechanical monsters.
Retame them.
Yes, you can actually control them using this device that you have in your ear, which is basically like a Bluetooth headset.
So is it? We look at. I'm assuming PlayStation. It's like linear storyline. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's where, and that's very much for
some open
people.
world. There's some, but it's very linear.
My question is like why not play Ark instead?
Because Ark is full of a bunch of bullies, and this is a single-player game. People like single-player storylines. And then, my favorite is they're doing a Ghost of Tsushima, which is probably one of the best games I've ever played.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
Mm.
You follow a samurai who you were fighting in a war, and
somebody talked to me about this the other. Did it just come out?
No, there's a new one.
Yeah.
But the game is, if you play it on the hardest difficulty, which is the one I played it on, is you play it. You have to actually fight like a samurai. You need to be very careful. You need to plan your steps. You get hit, you die.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You get hit by a sword, you die, because that's the reality of
that's
how it
I
works.
do a lot of when I do homebrew campaigns. Typically, if you have a melee weapon, unless you're fighting an elemental or something, if you hit that thing, they die.
Yep.
If you get hit, you're taking some serious. You're not oh, you took 5 points of damage. They stabbed you in the chest. You you need to figure this out now.
But they made the main character Jin Sakai.
Mm-hmm.
They made him a card. He's a human samurai. He is white, blue, and black.
Okay, blue samurais. All right.
When Jin Sakai
reason.
deals damage to a player, draw a card. Whenever a creature you control attacks a player, if no other creatures are attacking that player, choose one. Standoff, which is against double strike until end of turn, or Ghost. It can't be blocked this turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's so there's things where you can walk up to the forts and you can do a standoff, and you basically have them pull out their champion, and you 1v1 duel their champion.
Okay. All right.
And
don't get hit.
Yep. But no, so it's flavorful. The secret lair ones they're really cool. I like the fact that they're expanding to that. But once again, people are okay with these because they are not a Universes Beyond. They are a secret lair.
That's fair. I just wish that secret lair stuff. I wish that there was a more accessible thing or way to people get these secret layer things than just $60, $70 little packs.
Getting really lucky. Like, for example, I was able to get the claymation ones, which I don't know what they're going to ship out, I think, next week. But those still sold out really fast.
Yeah.
And there are bots out there that will literally buy out the whole site, and then people will just sell them for even just double, $60 instead of what people are normally paying, which is $30. It's not a ton. I mean, there's people who are scalping entire boxes for thousands. So monetarily, it's different. It's lesser.
Yeah.
But it still sucks, right? Especially because they are limited quantity. Hell, you found a Deadpool one out in the wild, and that's not an easy secret to find.
No, I was going to say, I was really surprised when I saw that, and not only that, but the price was within my price range.
And he's one of the top
isn't
competitive decks.
Yeah. I definitely
is strong as hell.
I think I might actually make that one.
Do it, dude. It's really cool because there's a lot of functionality things you can do.
Yeah, there's so much stupid stuff.
Swapping text boxes on some of them, or saw in half. Exactly.
Yep.
So
now I get 2 Deadpools and it gets just.
We'll move over to our keyword corner. From that, because that's the last of the updates that I had.
Yeah, as far as the secret layers go.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's there's a lot of secret layers coming out. People are okay with them because they're not Universes Beyond.
That, and I'm a fan of again, the idea of just doing secret layers, like an ET secret layer would be a lot of fun.
Yep.
What's another fun? We've had a little bit of Ghostbuster stuff and whatnot, but it would be nice to get a full blown.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
But as far as the keyword corner goes, let me pull up my little notations here on it. See, I think that's supposed to be a transition thing, but that's not a transition noise. At least not the first half of it, man. And the fluffer walks off screen. So, disguise, I thought would be very fitting as Halloween is upon us.
Yeah.
And I can't always tie it to a deck. I mean, I probably could tie it to a deck here, but it's nice. I don't know when I would talk about disguise other than in the middle of Halloween, or the spooky season. It's a keyword ability introduced in Murders of Karlov Manor. It allows a player to pay 3 to cast a card with the ability face down as a 2/2 colorless, typeless creature with Ward 2. Disguise is an upgraded variant of Morph, which was considered a bit too weak for contemporary standard environment. So essentially, I think the Ward is just enough to make it kind of worth it.
Ward is, especially in that deck that we saw function at MagicCon, where they played basically Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic.
Yes.
With all
Yep.
the face-down cards.
Mhm.
Like, that is specifically where you would play that.
Yeah.
Because having Ward and not being able to remove this thing that could potentially be really big off the field is kind of annoying.
Right. Yeah. Ward 2 is usually just enough to keep it out of reach of a lot of like your fast removal and so forth.
Yeah, a lot of it's definitely anti-red. It's anti-red. The thing, you can still board wipe it because Ward doesn't get affected by board wipes because
Right.
you are not targeting it. It is a static thing. However, you can still like counter it before it comes out still because it doesn't have Ward technically till it hits. But having Ward allows you to be able to do like a lot of weird setup things or, like I said, disguise something big. The deck that I played against, he had like some ridiculous Eldrazi underneath it. And I was like, I'm doing really good things. I'm trying to remove these. And I kept forgetting that when it gets removed, the way the commander works is you just flip it over instead of killing it. So
Don't be going and killing stuff that flips when you kill it.
oh, it was so bad. Disguise is cool. It definitely is on flavor for the Halloween feel.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. It was from Murders, and so it's relatively new. But there's not a lot, as it was just in the one set. There's not a lot of cards with it. But the ones that do have it, they're interesting. There's a wide spectrum of cards within the set that had them. So it's not just isolated to one color. And it looks like we've got all kinds of stuff. Centaurs, worms, birds.
Oh, my.
There's an equipment with disguise. Dog walker, exit specialist, fairy snoop.
It's a lot of disguise stuff. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot, actually.
It was a murder set. I mean,
murder.
Murder. We also had, the investigator's hat or whatever was in that set, which is great. Fantastic card. But no, disguise, like Tom said, is newer. We haven't seen it outside of murders. I don't think we ever will.
I was gonna say it seems like it's really kind of got to fit into the theme of something. So yeah, it is an upgraded form of morph, but I feel like because of how it fits within its particular set, getting it to thematically fit into another set would probably give it a really low storm rating.
It's like changelings, where like most of them are from Lorwyn, and you don't see a ton of changelings outside of Lorwyn.
Right. Yeah, I want to say it was
Lorwyn's a very heavy changeling.
changelings, and then
Kithkin are not anywhere.
oh yeah,
but
Kithkin.
Lorwyn.
Yeah, there was one other spot where there was some Kithkin, I want to say. But it was like a single one in like a Modern Master set or something like that.
Yeah, but Modern Masters is just a reprint of
Yeah.
which is I don't count. I count like different planes of existence.
Right. Not just going two different planes in one set.
Yeah, and that's where like murders is just not going to ever happen like anywhere else.
But yeah, it's interesting. It's fine enough. It's an ability. Because we'll check it off of our. I actually found a thing earlier.
Did you finally find a checklist that we can use?
Kind of. It's not a full checklist, I don't think. At least I haven't seen whether or not it's a full checklist. But I'm going to go ahead and send it to you here because I think you'll really appreciate this, and I'll let you share with the class. It's right below the skeleton with the huge dong that I sent you.
Oops, all abilities. It's a legendary enchantment creature shapeshifter, Wooburg. And it has Death Touch, Defender, Double Strike, First Strike, Flash, Flying, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Intimidate, Landwalk, Lifelink, Protection from Everything, Reach, Shroud, Trample, Vigilance, Banding, Rampage 1, Flanking, Phasing, Shadow, Horsemanship, Fear, Provoke, Storm, Affinity for permanents, Sunburst, Convoke, Dredge 1, Bloodthirst 1, Haunt, Split Second, Absorb 1, Delve, Poisonous 1, Changing, Hideaway 1, Persist, Wither, Devour 1, Exalted Cascade, Annihilator 1, Infect, Battlecry, Undying, Soulbound, Unleashed, Evolved, Dethrone, Prowess, Exploit, Menace, Devoid, Ingest, Myriad, Skulk, Melee, Partner, Improvise, Ascend, Mentor, Riot, Daybound, Nightbound, Decayed, Training, Enlist, Ravenous, Toxic 1, and Bargain.
I'm really interested to see how Myriad works with Persist and Hideaway.
I'm really impressed that I was able to say all of that.
I know, yeah, no, you were definitely trucking. You hit Dredge 1, and I was like, okay, he's got this. So, actually, Between Dredge 1... No, Dredge isn't casting. Never mind. That's drawing it from your graveyard. Protection from everything is good. It's
Affinity for permanence.
Affinity for permanence. That's the one I wanted to...
That's wild.
So, does that mean that if you have a 5-color permanent...
Yeah, it's free.
It's free? Or do you have to have, like... Does the affinity require you to pick one of those colors for that individual permanent? Like, can you only count that permanent towards one of those colors?
Ooh, I think it is only one of those colors.
I think so, too, because I think you have to have 5 specific permanents. Yeah. That being said, affinity for permanence is pretty
Crazy.
insane.
Yep.
Changeling's in it, so it also, again, has all creature types as well as all abilities.
Yeah, giving it Changeling as a shapeshifter is kind of funny.
Cascade is funny. Undying on top of Persist. I think that means that it never dies.
Yeah.
Because Persist will make it come back with a -1/-1 counter, and Undying will means that if it goes to the graveyard without a +1/+1 counter.
I'm just saying the most powerful thing on this entire thing is the flying.
I agree. Especially, so I thought that it was really funny how this is like impossible to block. Because it has Shadow, Horsemanship, what was the other one?
It doesn't have Island Walk or like any of those though.
It has Land Walk.
Oh yeah.
So if you have a land,
oh yeah, that's true.
You don't even need a basic. Like you have a wasteland.
Intimidate makes it pretty hard to block too. Fear.
Bargain.
Yeah.
It has Toxic 1 and Infect. But yeah, no, this is like I would just like to see this in print at some point. This can go in an unset or something, but like just I want to see the rules that happens when you're like, I'm gonna attack you.
It's a 0
in response.
I think it's funny that's a 0/1, so you have to power it up before you can even do anything.
Well, kind of, because you have Battle Cry, you have Exalted. You have Unleash, so it can come in either with +1/+1 counter or haste.
It doesn't have Bushido.
It also has Evolve. It doesn't have Bushido. That's interesting.
It doesn't have Bushido.
Is that because of flanking? Because I know that flanking and Bushido are similar.
They're still separate things, though.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because flanking requires you to attack with 2 things. Bushido is specifically when you attack, it gets +1 or whatever. So
the Mana March is on.
I saw that. Yeah, it is completely different. So the deck this week Tom has put together, like he said earlier, is based on Jesus, that picture right above that one you sent me, is about the critters. It's
So real quick, I'm gonna because there's 2 decks in this one. I don't know if anybody's a fan. I'm a fan.
2?
The first one's kind of quick, and I'm not gonna really run through the deck because I don't know the deck and there's no description in the deck.
Nice.
But it is worth mentioning that the movie Rocky Horror Picture Show just had its like 50th anniversary.
Oh crap!
So because of that, this was after I had already made the deck tech. I was like, oh, I got to go make a deck for it.
Can
and
I
then
make you mad for a second?
Yeah, go
Ready?
for it.
So, growing up, I'm a theater kid. I did theater growing up all through high school, all through middle school. I did acting in TV shows and movies outside of high school afterwards. I've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That doesn't make me mad at all, Sean. You know what that means? That means that we have to go watch a movie later, okay?
I just know that there was like a 12-year joke somebody put on Tumblr where it was like, it's going to fill you with Antissa, and then didn't say anything. And then 12 years later said patient. Like, actually logged on to the date 12 years later.
That's the greatest payoff.
Yeah, I was like, I've never seen it, but that's really funny.
It's a ride, let me tell you. The first time that I watched this movie, my buddy Keith was showing it to me, and he's like, oh, you haven't seen this before? Let's watch it. And mind you, he had also just exposed me to Pink Floyd's The Wall, which is a great...
I thought you were going to say he had just exposed himself to you.
No,
I was like,
no.
Right.
That was the funny thing is, like, he showed me a lot of stuff in pop culture, and I, like, tried to shelter him from the things that were happening in my house. Like...
The fuck?
Yeah, no, it was wild. We had some really fun voicemails from my mom for like 4 or 5 years on his voicemail that we just go in and listen to of her just being absolutely nuts.
That's nuts.
But anyways, Carnage 911 has got some great other decks in there too. I looked at them. There's some fun little decks, but specifically has one for the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Carnage 911, if you have any kind of description or wanted to lay out to me who some of these characters are, I tried to guess at them, at who you were placing where as what, and I saw that there was at least some synergies between the listing of the songs, what do they call that? The score of the movie and the sorceries that you have in here. So I'm at least picking up on that. But yeah, if you wanted to explain the rest of these cards in any type of form for me, even if you just want to throw a name to each one of them for which character they represent, I'm all ears, okay? Because I definitely am intrigued by this deck. It looks very, oddly enough, very powerful for just a ball of stuff. But more importantly, back to our thing, we have the Critters deck that I put together. And I think I kind of went over that a little bit earlier in kind of how I came about that with the building on the budget. Because this other one is not a budget deck.
Of course not. Most of the decks I've seen you build recently on our Mox field are just like not budget.
No. I started to have some fun there, and I was like, you know
power
what?
Creepy.
Sky's the limit. Let's go ahead and just do this. But yeah, this one is very playable, and again, it's just the shell. If you want to go through and add some lands to it, you're more than welcome to, but it definitely would run with just some basics.
And you can import the entire deck list from Moxfield directly to manapool.com as well. You can buy the entire deck list since Manapool and Moxfield work together as well.
That and this deck, the full 64 card
64
list.
card.
64. Where do we have our St. Paddy's Day episode when we have to both be drunk and do an Irish accent the whole time?
That's happening?
I mean, we got to be on theme, right?
That's true.
That sounds like fun.
That's true.
But anyways, Manapool's got you covered at $18.24 for the whole list.
Like $18.24?
$18.24
Holy
for
shit.
a fully functional commander deck. Well, again, you got to throw the lands in, but who doesn't have some swamps and islands laying around? TCG player even is only at like $18.91. I would not go to Card Kingdom for this. Star City Games isn't so bad at $24.03.
Oh, it's still not too low.
But
high.
yeah, at least as I'm going through here, Manapool definitely takes the cake on the cheapest among the bunch, which is just always so satisfying when you're trying to build a budget deck. I hate building a budget deck and then you go to it and it's like, oh, actually this was like $64. It's like, well, how did you get that number?
Yeah, if you Manapool, all of the lowest cards start at 15 cents. However, that makes it so your higher cost cards are less expensive.
Now, I went ahead and did up Vren the Relentless as the commander. Are you familiar with this?
It's the rat.
This is the rat. The
I
rat
have him.
rogue.
I have him in my rat deck. My 3-color rat deck. Fun fact.
It's a 2, a blue, and a black. So we're in the Demir colors. Ward 2. I suppose we could have done Ward 2 as the carryover. It's for a 3/4 rat with Ward 2. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. At the beginning of each end step, create X 1/1 black rat creature tokens with this creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control, where X is the number of creatures your opponents controlled that were exiled this turn. So essentially what this deck is loaded up with is a bunch of stuff that just exiles creatures. A lot of spot removal, but for the most part, you're really just looking for other people to play creatures so that you can exile them and get more rats.
You're trying to get some critters.
Yeah, just get some critters going. Heartless Conscription is a really nasty deck, really nasty card that I had not heard of before this. It's, I believe, from one of the Thunder Junction sets. I think it's the commander. But it's exile all creatures. For each card exiled this way, you may put a card... you may play that card for as long as it remains exiled, and mana from any type can be spent to cast this spell. Exile Heartless Conscription. So basically, you just like exile the board, and then you can just like cast anybody's creatures.
That's really nice.
I feel like that has a home in Tiny Bones. Because the movie very prominently features a couple of shape-shifting bounty hunters, we've included a couple shapeshifters in here with both Aetherling and the what is that? The Changeling Outcast. It's like a 1-drop unblockable. Let's see. We've got Fell Graveship. Again, we're in space a little bit here.
Good. It's a good card anyway. Don't kind of
Feed the Serpent, Feast on the Fallen, Eat to Extinction. Eaten by Piranhas was another great one. Dude, listen to this card. It's a 1 and a blue for an enchantment aura with flash. And enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a black skeleton creature with base power and toughness 1/1. So it's a nice way to just lock down somebody's commander or whatnot.
interesting. Yeah.
Final Punishment is another fun one that I found as I was going through. It doesn't really super fit into the theme of the deck, but there was a lot of finalities with this, so I figured we'd throw it in. And it is a sorcery for 3 and 2 black that says each player loses life equal to the damage already dealt to him or her this turn.
Ugh.
So a nice way to just double up at the last minute. Flay Essence Grav Kill Guild is a fun one. Sorcery, exile target creature, put a colorless artifact creature named Gold into the battlefield. It has sacrificed this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Grip of Desolation, Hellvolt, love getting that card in any deck that I can. Shadow's Verdict, Worthy Cost, Typhoid Rats, The End.
The End.
Aligned Hedron Network, again, just getting more stuff exiled. Suspend, it's a really great card. Instant, 1 blue, exile target creature, and put 2 time counters on it. If it doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend.
Weird.
Either Snap, popping everything into exile. Oh, Changeling Outcast, that's the other one I was looking for. Rat Colony is pretty gnarly in here, along with Pack Rat. Feed the Swarm, Reckoner's Bargain. But yeah, just a lot of great exile stuff, and then a bunch of tiny little rats. You're going to get lots of them. You're going to go wide. You're going to kill anything on the board as it hits the board. You're always going to have some type of removal, and it doesn't matter if stuff's indestructible. So,
yeah, it's very rat decky.
Yeah? Now, do you have thoughts there, or were you lost?
So, do you have stuff to make them, like, big?
No.
Other than them just themselves?
They make each other big.
Is
so
that
the commander...
Because if you killed the commander...
Right.
What's he cost? Ren is, what, 3?
2 and a black and a blue.
So he's 4.
And he does have Ward 2.
Yeah, so he's a little
built-in protection.
That's true. All right. So, would you just... Because you could also just do normal things, too, by playing Maronar as well, which would just make them stronger. So,
and definitely thought about those, but this Vren is the cheap version. Maronar was great, but Maronar was $5.
Yeah, he is pretty expensive.
And it does. The description does go on to say in here that there are like 4 or 5 different rat cards that if you have them or you're willing to spend $5-10 on the deck, you can immediately make it 10 times better.
Yeah, Rat Colony.
Rat Colony's in here.
Is Relentless Rats in there?
Relentless Rats is in here. I've got both. They were at the bottom here. Those were the $+ cards. I've got Pack Rat and Rat Colony both in here.
Yeah, those are both really good.
Swarm of Rats as well.
Yep. Anything that just increases the more you have, because those cards just become bombs the moment you drop them if you already have a lot of rats out.
There was one or two that was like $2 or $3, and again, I had a couple in here that were already going to be as big as pack rat. You know, you just discard a card, you make a copy of it, so it's getting bigger.
Yep.
They're both getting bigger. Rat colony just runs big. We could put more rat colonies in, but it's really like over $1. It's like $1.25 or
rat
something.
colony's pretty expensive.
So as a one of, it's great in here because again, it's always going to be kind of big for a 2-drop. But to put 2, 3, 4 in there, you're chewing up a lot of budget of the
it's
deck.
like decks that do the Hawk one, and then bunnies is really expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Any of those that you can put as many in as you want.
But you have to keep in mind that Vren gets you more rats, but those rat tokens they have when this creature gets +1/+1 for each other rat you control.
Oh, okay.
So all of those
copy.
rat tokens that Vren makes are gonna be big.
Got it.
And
That
then
makes more
again, it
sense.
just works off of how many creatures were exiled, which is why you want the targeted removal versus the full board wipes. But there are a couple of full board exiles in there as well.
Gotcha. Okay. That'd be fun. I think that'd be a fun one.
And like I said, there are definitely some very clear paths to do upgrades just right out the gate. You can give Ren a lot of protection by exiling it or flickering it or whatnot. And like I said, the slightly more expensive rats, you throw a few of them in there, and it really gets out of control fast.
Yep. Nice. I like that. It's a good deck.
Yeah.
Good
thank
job.
you. Appreciate
Very
it.
good job.
Ha.
So, next up, we will let's talk about the business card thing.
About the business cards or the tokens?
The tokens. The token business card thing.
Okay, so we've got this this site. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I haven't used it yet outside of just working with the individual who set it up. But there's a full-on website that they've got set up called Cardify. I think it's Cardify.io. And essentially what this thing does is you can go in with just some ideas. You can go in with full templates or whatnot, and it'll allow you to either generate cards based on prompts or whatnot using AI, or if you don't like that, you can upload your own, and essentially just order cards. You can set up the backs how you want to. You can just put it on autopilot if you want to. It's really cool. It's cardify.club.
Yep.
If anybody wants to check it out, I really say that it's definitely worth at least throwing in your browser and taking a look around. They've got a very aesthetically pleasing website to look at, and it's
I
right?
love that. Yeah.
And
It's like that dot matrix, like old, like war games font, but colored.
And then on top of that, you can actually go through and look what other people have uploaded, or even sell some of, like, you've got a really great idea for a set. Go ahead and put it together. Throw it on there. Maybe somebody's like, you know what? I'd love to draft this. This looks baller. I'll go ahead and download that and whatnot. So
Wonder
check
if we
out
should do
Cardify.
something like that.
I was thinking
We
that
could make our first profile pictures the mirror, me, the mirror guy, and you the. I don't remember what yours was.
I was an artificer.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
I was also an artificer.
Well, yeah, because you're making the mirror.
I am making the mirror.
But no, I was actually thinking that it would be really fun at some point to sit down and just come up with a concept set and just have it printed and make our own little cube or whatnot.
I like that.
Just bottom up, we could make whatever we want to. Like
Dan too.
Dan too.
There was also a post that I commented on a little while ago. So, Magic the Gathering has always been a set for artists, right? People make art. People make art of everything, whether it's the Earthbind card that people thought was super sexy because she's all tied up.
Right.
Or, cards that are banned now because of their art. There's a wide variety of art out there.
Mm-hmm.
And Magic is not opposed to making cards with women on it, with boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just art, right?
Yeah.
There's a creator. I don't remember her name. Do you have her name up? The name of the creator?
Nikomaya?
Okay.
Nikomia?
Yeah, it sounds about right. She was apparently at the convention, and she did some cosplays that a lot of people liked. And she's primarily a cosplayer, but she was leaving out custom elf tokens that were anime inspired, that had, voluptuous tracts of land. and I didn't see anything wrong with it. But this one person,
Sandy.
Not
Karen, Sandy,
commented on it and said, quote, let me get the quote up so I say it right, because it made me mad enough where usually I kind of can sit in the back a little bit and not really say anything.
This required action.
It did. They said, not a fan of the advertisement you put around the convention. And she responded politely and said, sorry you feel that way. I'm new to the community and saw the other creators make custom tokens and put their socials on it. It wasn't meant to offend anyone.
Yeah.
And Sandy responded, I watched a 6-year-old pick it up. Oh, crap. Why did this automatically fall asleep?
I don't know. Is it still going?
It will in a second here. I don't know how much of it video-wise we lost, but there will probably be a blank space there. Sorry, guys. But no, it's... So, Magic has art with boobs on it.
My dad used to call those the sexy babes. He'd be like, "Oops, sexy babe."
I was able to look up a deck list that was called All Boobies. And it showed every
Oops, all
artwork.
keywords.
Yeah.
Forgot boobies.
Yeah. Each card had them on it. And here's the thing, right? Would you be upset if your kid's history teacher showed them photos of sculptures from ancient Greece that had a tiny little diddle on it? Probably not, because it's Michelangelo. It's respectful art.
So to be fair, you'll notice that a lot of the peens have been removed from those pieces of art.
Now
it's because of prudish people throughout history just deciding that wasn't going to be.
Yeah.
And it creates all kinds of questions for us later on. Like, did they have penises in ancient Rome?
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yep. But no, it's art. Art is art is art is art. And just because this creator made a custom card that, is anime inspired and has gigantic tracts of land, doesn't make it bad. That's their art token with their business on it that they're going around. We have a podcast called The Hard Part.
What? Really?
Yeah. And
you should link it to me. I'll check it out sometime.
Yeah, and we put business cards out that say The Hard Part on it. You think if the 6-year-old would not pick that up and go, what's the hard part mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, God forbid they actually go and listen to our podcast. That's just a scan away, and then after that, you're going to have a whole bunch of really interesting questions for your child.
I saw a 6-year-old pick it up. Did you see all the kids who were taking photos with her cosplay?
Yeah.
That they loved it?
I was going to say they're pretty excited.
She also had her tracts of land showing in those photos, and it wasn't a problem.
Not to mention, this may seem kind of weird, but it's not necessarily the person who's dressing up or putting out revealing pictures of themselves or so forth that's necessarily exposing the child. Okay, because children don't really, especially a 6-year-old, doesn't really consider that stuff.
No, they wouldn't. They'd pick that up and they wouldn't really understand it anyway.
They will get that from you. You're the one creating a sexual scenario out of it. You're the one who's deciding that, that's too revealing, da 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 da. And it's honestly, it's legal.
Yep.
There's no, if it were illegal, there would be a law against it.
I responded on the post and said, just so you know, Magic themselves have art that's just as revealing.
Oh, if not more so.
That's Sierra Angel by Doug.
Mm-hmm.
One of the first arts of Sierra Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Boobs are out just as much as that was. I will put the token she made up here because I know where it is online.
And then alongside it, the Sierra Angel.
You should see.
You put the collage that I made next to it.
There's so many. There's so many way worse.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't take very long for me to put together.
It was so easy to just look it up. And some of these artists even had those up at the convention. Are you going to stop your kid from looking at it's art.
Yeah.
chill out.
Also,
who cares?
People who aren't parents probably, you know, like, unless you see something that you're willing to, like, oh, I will take you and you can go live at my house. If you're not a parent, bug out, okay? Really, a lot would seem very strange to people who aren't parents from the outside.
We had a conversation about this early on in the podcast, I mean, maybe 10 episodes ago now, where we talked about, like, revealing sleeves and stuff like that. And things, if it's covered and it has tracts of land and stuff, who cares?
Yeah,
but the moment you start throwing, like, nipples and stuff on, then
we've
it's
got,
kind
like,
of,
a full, you know, like, they're slipping a peen into somebody's mouth, or, you know, like, somebody's, like, spreading eagle, a vulva, or whatnot. Okay, we can have a conversation. That's probably not necessary. But some extra cleavage or a little bit of skin on the thigh, like, grow up. Like, you're the one being inappropriate at this point.
Dude, it doesn't matter. Like, who cares? I mean, there were so many playmats I saw that were, like, on that line of, I'm like, that's showing some titty.
Yeah.
But it wasn't showing nipple, so I was like,
Again,
whatever.
Society has outlined that there are rules and laws and so forth.
The rule is we
they
don't like
stay
nipples
within
for
that.
some reason. But, like,
Right, yeah. No,
I mean,
that's...
sexualizing a non-reproductive type organ is kind of weird anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, it does fall into reproduction, but it's more in, like, that motherly caring thing.
Yeah, so, like, you sexualizing boobs is your problem, not your kid's problem.
Yeah, or
if they
again,
liked
it sounds
the
like
art,
it was another kid.
Yeah, if they liked the art of the anime waifu person and it's not your kid, why do you care? You're not the one parenting that kid.
Yeah. No, and again, like, if you're willing to take that kid and like, raise them and provide for them, sure, jump in, have your 2 cents.
Yeah,
but
that
if you're
other
not willing to do that, if you're just looking to bitch and complain about somebody else's parenting, try it sometime.
That's why you didn't bring your kid to the convention, because you didn't want them to see that. That's not your kid. Who gives a shit? In the nicest way possible. Who cares? It's not your opinion on what somebody else's kid picks up. Those parents could be like, hey, that's not appropriate for you to have. I'm going to take that if they don't want to.
If it's your kid and they're 6 years old at a convention, if my kid was 6 years old at a convention, I'd be on him like stink
I heard
on
some
shit.
wild
like,
shit.
I would
at the
not be in, like, my kid would not be able to pick up a spare fucking Skittle on the floor that they found, because I will be there watching them. So if it was your 6-year-old that got it,
fine. Like, the 6-year-old's parents are probably like, oh yeah,
yeah, they probably didn't care at all.
No, I don't. It's
because
whatever.
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Just so, from fellow creators to our other creators,
go for it.
You're doing fine.
Make your stuff. Okay,
You're doing fine.
You're doing a great job.
Like, I picked up so many tokens.
So many tokens.
And I've used
so
like half
glad
of them.
we
I
did.
love them.
Like, we were like this close. We were like, you know what? That sounds like it'd be a fun idea. We should do that. And so, like, within like what, a month of going, we decided, we did it, and we were gonna go ahead and get them. We got them.
Ours were so...
They were
like,
so awesome. I love them.
Ours are great, but they're so lackluster compared to some of the ones we saw.
I mean, yeah, there were some really
insane
glossy, nice ones, which is, again, why I'm kind of shopping around at different printers and so forth right now, because the next con, we need to have some nicer ones.
Yep.
Maybe a serialized one.
That'd be so cool.
That would be cool.
Would you guys like serialized tokens from the Hard Part podcast?
We're not giving them away. You have to buy them.
Yeah, you'll have to buy them, and maybe we'll even put some risque tracts of land on Tom's body.
Ooh, that's a... What? You talking about, like, drawing nipples on my butt cheeks and pretending like they're cleavage?
No, I was talking about just putting cleavage on you.
Oh.
Like your head on an anime girl.
Oh, that would be funny. That would be like our thumbnail with me on the Spice Girls.
Yes.
It was supposed to be me and you, but it just took all of my features and like
which I loved. I was
turned your
okay
hoodie
with that.
into some pants, and it was like, oh yeah, integrated.
Yep.
Like, no, you just made a Spice Girl out of me. That's all you did. Damn you. AI bites me in the butt sometimes, okay? And it's not always the easiest to work with anybody that's like complaining about it overly.
So one thing, I'll mention that too. I'm not going to mention names because I'm not going to drag them through the mud.
Yeah.
But
just here to have a conversation.
We had somebody upset because, so Tom, when we make our posts, right, Tom filters through AI because Tom sucks at typing and punctuation.
Tom also has a tendency to go off on rants and complain at people, and my anger filter is ChatGPT.
Yes.
It's a very, very kind filter to what I'm normally trying to say.
And so a lot of the times, our fun facts every day, Tom is taking the time to type out and say what it is, but he'll filter through AI and be like, hey, can you make this either sound a little bit different, or can you fix the punctuation or things like that, make it more cohesive?
So for the magic facts, I usually just pull up the voice thing and then I talk about magic for like 5 minutes, and then I'm like, can you just like pull like a magic fact out of that, and then it'll distill some knowledge.
Tom is still doing the heftiness of the work. We had somebody who decided to try to get into an argument with us about the fact that, because we were talking about counterfeits, and it was our Doug Schuller card comment that we were talking back and forth.
A great place to mind your P's and Q's when you're talking.
Yeah, and because we were just talking about it, and we're like, this is cool, and then this random guy chimes in and is like, why are you using AI to respond on Facebook? LOL. And we responded back, we're like, it's because we have problems with punctuation. It's an actual thing and a connecting tool. And Tom posted 2 examples, one AI, one non-AI, of the same paragraph, and said
they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, and
like,
he said this is what it turns into. And he's like, well, it would make sense that you're talking about counterfeits would make you have a counterfeit conversation.
Which I really don't understand. What is a counterfeit conversation?
A fake conversation because you're using AI.
Well, counterfeit and fake are not necessarily mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Like,
basically, we went into the conversation trying to educate people, and this guy decided to be, for the lack of words, a dick about it. We were just trying to talk about the differences between counterfeits and proxies and trying to figure out where that line is for people and everything, not whether or not our conversation is filtered for, punctuation and things like that.
all right, so I'm normally the angry one, but Sean, just calm down. Look, there's collector's boosties right here. It's okay.
That makes me mad that I can't. No, but it's who cares? We're just trying to get information to people, and if we have to use AI to fix our punctuation, because, dude, I went into graphic design because I can't spell.
Well, that and
if somebody hands
especially
me
in the
stuff, I could do
professional,
it.
I mean, you were because you were trying not to do anything AI, and then before you know it, you get in and clip art and whatnot was like, oh, we're gonna integrate AI into this thing already.
Photoshop,
like, you don't get a choice.
Yeah, Photoshop, Adobe, all of my stuff. When I started trying to pick out colors for our logo, literally was like, oh, here's some suggestions for it, and I was like, oh, suggestions, that's cool for colors, and then I went, that's AI.
It's a great way to get some clickbait. We should just name this episode AI generated Universes Beyond.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's not a problem. It's just, there's been a lot of people who have been hate bashing on content creators for them trying to express themselves, and we have now fallen into that because these people are like, you're using AI for it. We're here talking on a podcast every week with our cohesive thoughts.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing. if you want to have something that's not AI, just hop in here. I mean, this is
here.
This is an hour and a half, or up to an hour and a half of just
bullshit
jammering. Yeah,
just jammering.
Tell you what, man, AI could do it'd be fun if we could just get the dialogue from an episode and just feed it through ChatGPT and can you just distill this into actual knowledge?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So there's a lot of hate going around, whether it's about the nudity or about Universes Beyond or about AI.
Magic is about the gathering.
It is about the gathering.
Else.
And like I was saying before, if you want to play your WWE wrestler deck at our, to make the 4th for our pod, by all means, let's do it. Yeah, let's get that in here. There's room in Magic for everybody, and I think that's the thing that the enfranchised players need to start really realizing is that they've been here, and it's good. The game would not have made it without us. We have carried it this far. However, going forward, it's going to take more than just us. And I don't see why that's necessarily a bad thing that the rest of the world can now communicate with us, since we've been in here in this little echo chamber talking about Magic cards for our entire life. Now the rest of the world, through Universes Beyond, is going to be able to communicate with us. They're going to be able to get their favorite IP person stifled or counterspelled or whatnot.
Yeah.
sky's the limit, guys. Like, I don't know why we're squabbling down here about what could or would have been when...
Yeah, if you like how Magic used to be, then go play Legacy and Vintage.
Yeah.
If you really...
Never have to change your deck up
just
again.
go there, right? And then complain more about the fact that, oh, that one deck's broken in this format. Well, you're the one who wanted to play Legacy.
Or Modern, for that reason.
Yep.
Modern's fine enough in that it's got some variance in, like... Not a huge amount of variance, but there are more than one deck that will do well in a tournament or so forth. But at the same time, you're playing one of a couple different decks. You're never gonna brew something and take it to a Modern tournament and do great.
You're not.
And if you have, please tell us. Let us know about your experience. We've had we found out about the I need to get a hold of DRC about the Bay Area meta and get that picture from him, because 7 interact. I believe I could be misquoting this, but I believe it was 7 interactions on the first round of turns over a single Rhystic Study resolving, and people were countering it, people were copying it, people were stealing it. Like,
so
it was
funny.
It was so
in
wild.
our Commander game in the lobby, he had 3 copies of Rhystic
Oh
Study.
no, that was the other guy, John or Steve or something.
Nuts.
Yep. Nope. I should have just countered the first one. Is what I should have done.
Yep.
Always counter the first Rhystic Study. Do not let that shit resolve. That's
do not pay taxes.
Do pay the tax. Pay the one sometimes. Like, it's worth it just to not let them draw the card, man. It's, ugh.
We'll move over to our Reddit roundup now.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about. Oh yeah, you have a thing.
Yes,
yeah.
I do. I do have a thing.
I don't even remember the thing.
I kind of don't hate that little.
It's better than the porno one.
What you mean?
Hi, Susie. This is for you.
I'm just heading it. So, this week I posted onto Reddit again, which I think I'm going to try to do weekly. This one didn't get nearly as much traction as the last one got an unreal amount. So it finally peaked out at 41,000 views.
People don't like things. People like to talk about what they don't like.
Yep. This time, I wanted to do the opposite side. I wanted to bring something that maybe people would enjoy.
Yeah.
So my question this week
Good luck with that, Sean. People don't like free things or being happy.
They don't.
We like being upset and complaining about shit.
It's so true. My question this week was, what would you like to see a number 2 of? And I said, this week's episode's question is, we all know of Meathook Massacre 2.
Right.
But if you could create your own second iteration of a card, what would it be? We already know that there's also Cryptic Command and Very Cryptic Command as well.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple of comments. One of the comments was, we have the original movie in Healer's Hawk and the third in Healer's Flock, but they completely forgot to make the first sequel. So basically, he made a card called Straight Healer.
Okay.
Blessed from Above, which is 4 white. It's a legendary creature, human cleric, that says, whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn, you create a Healer's Hawk token. When an opponent casts their second spell each turn, you create a Healer's Flock token.
That's pretty legit.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty good.
I dig that.
Honestly, that's a really good one.
That's a very modern Masters or modern type of maybe even Commander Masters.
It is. I really like that. Another guy said Blasphemous Act 2. Let's see how much worse we can do than Massacre in a church, because that's what Blasphemous Act 1 was.
Oh, yeah.
It was Massacre in a church.
How did Kingsman not get a hold of that shit?
Yeah, right?
That's Kingsman's secret lair.
Yeah.
It's right there, guys.
That'd be so
Come
good.
on.
Yep. Possibility Storm 2, The Impossibility. Curse of the Swine 2, each player becomes a pig who eats slop.
Okay. It's over the top.
Urza's Saga 2. Lightning Bolt 2, Electric Boogaloo. And then somebody said second Skithrix, the Blight Dragon, or Prosh, Sky Raider of Care.
Okay, I could go with either one of those, but I feel like they're looking for more of like a thematic, like next step in the story of the character.
Oh, Prosh is really good.
Prosh is so good. What did you just say, Sean?
I've never seen Prosh.
You've never seen Prosh is the archetype for that deck. Look at that thing.
When you cast Prosh, create X01 kobolds named Kobolds of Kirkheap, where X is the amount of mana spent to cast Prosh.
Yeah, so command tax, do it all day, buddy.
That's
recast. Oh, what does he do? He eats those kobolds to get frickin' huge.
Oh yeah, you sacrifice another creature and you get to.
That deck archetype is stupid. Let me tell you what.
I kind of like that.
He's
I
a lot of fun.
hate that actually.
Yeah, I highly recommend building Prosh. It's a fun deck to play.
With I liked the first comment from Jimna is his name. I really liked his thing where he's like, oh, we have Healer's Hawk and Healer's Flock, but what about just straight healer?
That's a great idea. Not only that, but like call back to 2 other cards.
Yeah,
way to connect things over.
Yeah, because Healer's Hawk is just fun. It's just flying lifelink, and then there's Healer's Flock, which is flying lifelink. That do you want to just notice too?
What's that?
So Healer's Hawk has a picture of a bird on it. One bird costs 1 white. Healer's Flock has 3 birds on the card. And it has
3 white.
And it costs 3 white. I really like that. But no, I do like that. So the question then becomes, Tom, what would you like to see another version of a card? Whether it's an upgraded version, a different plane version of that card, what would you like as a card?
I think sticking along the side of the enchantments, I would probably do something like sorry, no, I'm going to go off the rails here, and we're going to do the Parhelion IV, okay? And we're going to skip, all right? This is no longer just like the Parhelion. We're going to have 2 Parhelions right next to each other, and they're each going to make 4.
4 angels, because that's
angels.
fair.
But you're going to have to, like, what is it, 6 to crew? You're going to have to, like, 12 to crew.
Holy shit. I think my second version of a card will be back in Lorwyn.
Okay.
I think I would do like a second Horde of Notions, except the Horde of Notions this time could be a flyer instead, a 5-cost flyer, or an elemental, maybe, potentially.
Okay. What was it, a beast prior?
Yeah, it was a beast prior. Just because, like I said, for me, when I first started, like, in Lorwyn, like, that was, like, the 5-color thing that came to my mind.
I'm just wondering if maybe, again, you're working on that manifesting thing, and without realizing it, there's somebody there who's, like, putting the finishing touches on the...
Heart of Notions.
No, you would assume that they're done, right? Like...
No.
That was supposed to be out this fall. It got pushed for...
Oh, yeah, it did, didn't it?
So you would assume that that's done. Because they work about 2 years ahead.
I mean, because we got another Bitter Blossom.
Oh, that...
It's a serialized one.
Again, I think it would require an NDA, but that would be so cool to just go to Wizards right now and just have a day pass. Just walk around, see what they're working on, see what they're doing.
Yeah, right.
Like, you go in there like, oh my god, they're doing a set on this. I can't even talk about it.
That'd be so cool.
I couldn't do that. Somebody pull out an NDA and I'd be like, I can't. I'll get sued.
Yeah.
Just Sean's going in. I'm gonna stay out here.
Sean's going in.
I'll hang out with the dragon in the lobby.
Yeah,
they had I don't know if it's still there.
Oh, Horde of Notions is an elemental. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought it was an elemental.
He's an elemental with Vigilance, Trample, Haste, Wooburg. You may play target elemental card from your graveyard without playing its cost.
Okay.
So, yeah, I think another Horde of Notions would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Maybe let you play something from your deck.
Maybe, or like I said, a flyer. Instead of an elemental from your graveyard, it's a creature with flying from your graveyard, or something. I just feel like elemental is pretty on point for Lorwyn. Maybe fairy. Maybe it does something with fairies because I know we have Una.
Yeah.
But basically, if you play fairies in tribal, you're playing Una.
Yeah.
You're playing Dimir fairies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, which can be quite powerful. I mean,
yeah,
I would not
it can
mess.
Be extreme. That's why I have half of it built already, because I already have Una and Una's blackguard. You realize I almost have fairies built. It's really close.
It's a good deck.
Really
Not only that, but
close.
I'm sure you'll fill it out with the rest of Lorwyn because there's going to be some upgrades there.
Oh yeah.
Do you have a Bitter Blossom? Or I think we sold that one.
We sold it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost kept it just so I could throw it in, but I was like,
yeah.
It was the anime art one.
That's a
that
spiky
I pulled.
one. Yeah.
That was
Might
a good
as
one.
well get the cheap one.
Get the cheap one. It'll
for
be
the
easier.
deck.
But yeah, I want to once again thank Manapool, our
Hey.
sponsor for the show.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
it.
And Shipping Shield for being affiliated with us. If you guys want cheap Magic cards that are easier to buy, go to manapool.com. Please do, you can go to our shop, the Hard Part Card Mart, just by manapool.com/the Hard Part Card Mart. You can also use our referral link down below. If you click on that, you can go to the site. And because we're now sponsored by Manapool, if you have never used it before, which some of you listening here might not have, you can also use this link to get 5,000 extra mana right away.
Yeah,
That's
might as well.
$5 off whatever you buy.
Yeah, that's a free rare.
That's
I
a
mean,
free rare.
you could get that upgrade for your rat deck just right off the top.
Right away, exactly. So, but we want to thank all of you guys for coming out again for episode 27. The AI. What did you say? This is all written with AI episode.
AI generated universes beyond.
AI generated universes
Yep.
beyond. But Sean and Tom from the Hard Part Podcast. We will see you guys next week.